Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Hey, from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, PushGap Radio.
Ooh, girl, you can't hear Dallas, Fort Worth. This is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Something like that.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie O. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Giving you 2 scoops.
PushGapRadio.com in Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.
PushGapRadios.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Sucker Free Radio on PushGapRadios.com. Here's to Joe Lewis this week, Dallas, Fort Worth. The presidential debate, a dumpster fire. We'll break that down for you. Trump said he got the corona. Right. Unemployment, we'll touch on that. And we'll have our question of the day. Also, J-Mac with the NFL locker room report. And Jackie O with the Jackie O entertainment report. Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. We're the bangingest thing in the urban internet radio game. We're PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby. PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Shaka Ford 1 in the main event with Jackie O. Day 1,350 of the Trump administration. 29 days until our next presidential election, November 3rd. Just in time for your next rent payment. And 81 days until Christmas. Welcome to Sucker Free Radio here at PushGapRadios.com. Of course, I am joined by the phenomenal, I call her my Yo-Yo Sugar Bear, but you know her as Jackie O. What's up, little mama?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
We got it on real quick and forgot to have briefing, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We've been doing show prep all week.
I know we have, but it's like, what are we talking about? Okay. Hey, it's gonna be a mystery to me too, y'all.
Yeah. Well, it is the making of PushGapRadios.com. I'm sorry, I just launched right into
That's all right.
it.
Let's show them how good I am.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
we gonna show you why we the bangingest thing in the freaking game, man. How much do you make on social media? I explained that to you on last week with just a couple of views, the amount of money you could make. Now, on next weekend, Jackie O will be premiering her new TikTok video.
No, you.
And
I am the creator.
She is going
you are my subject.
She's going to break down how many hits or views we need in order to make some loot. So, what's the breakdown for your TikTok video?
Yeah. Be sure and tune in for his big TikTok day.
Yeah, Jackie gonna do our TikTok video.
I tried to get him and his brother to participate yesterday, and they didn't cooperate.
Shaq told you, me and Shaq could be background dancers. You gotta be you Gladys Knight. Me and Shaq would have been the pimps.
Nah,
Jackie won't want to do our video,
like
mine. We
I don't
want y'all
to do them like that.
Okay.
But it takes about 100,000 followers for TikTokers to be able to make between $500 and $2,000 from a product placement on a specific video. Now, to go a little bit further than that, top TikTok creators make anywhere between $50,000 and $150,000 a year just for putting up these little
just on TikTok.
Just on TikTok, and these again, the videos themselves are less than a minute.
Right.
And companies have been known to pay between $200,000 to $20,000 per branded video, and that's per video.
Right.
So the highest paid TikTokers right now is Addison Rae at $5 million a year.
Wow.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah.
And Dixie D'Amelio. They come in at $4 million and $2.9 million, respectively.
Yeah.
Instagram followers or Instagram content creators or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Show how old we are.
Hell, we content creators.
Yeah, and we are on Instagram, although we don't really post. We just go look.
So where is your video going to be ranked up there when we get through shooting yours?
We're going to shoot you. You just keep playing.
All right, Jack.
But if you have between 10,000 and 100,000 followers on Instagram, you can make around $200 per post average.
Wow.
Top influencers make between 100,000 and $1 million per post.
Hold that thought. Time now for your PushGapRadios.com celebrity birthdays. Celebrity birthdays this week, October 5th. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson turns 62. Basketball great Grant Hill will be 48. Bernie Mac, who died August 9th of 2008 at the age of 50, will be 63 years old. October 6th, LeBron James Jr. turns 16. October 7th, Simon Cowell will be 61. Trump's homeboy, Vladimir Putin. Putin say he don't leave the house, fam. Everybody got to come see Putin.
He don't want corona.
Got to quarantine for 2 weeks. Vladimir Putin turns 68 years old October 7th. Singer Toni Braxton turns 53. Actor Jamie Hector will be 45. And celloist Yo-Yo Ma will be 65 years old. October 8th, pop singer Bruno Mars turns 35. Jesse Jackson will be 79. TV star Nick Cannon turns 40. Karen Parsons, best known for her role as Hillary Banks, turns 54. Movie actor Matt Damon turns 50. Actor Chevy Chase will be 77. October 8th, actress Sigourney Weaver turns 71, and gospel singer CeCe Winans will be 56 years old. October 9th, Tyler James Williams from Everyone Hates Chris fame turns 28, and reality star Sharon Osbourne will be 68 years old. Any birthdays?
No, not this week.
Not this week. So how much can a YouTube person make? Because we really have to get some kind of TikTok going, man. And I thought you committed. I thought you was going to let us come pick up that refrigerator. Okay. Now, if you live in Dallas, Texas, you know about that. That's Nana Lee from old K104, baby. I thought you was going to do our TikTok joint. See, Jackie, you be playing.
Let me just give you the 4 highest paid people on YouTube.
Yeah, because how much can a person really rake in off of YouTube, man?
The highest paid person on YouTube is Dude Perfect. Dude Perfect makes $20 million per year on YouTube.
Wow.
Anastasia, I'm not going to try to say her last name. No. I wish.
Anastasia the Bowl was going to cut us in, fam.
Radzinskaya.
Who is this?
This is her last name, Radzinskaya.
Jacking them folk name up.
$18 million. She's Russian, of course. She makes $18 million a year.
Wow.
Rhett and Link makes $17.5 million a year.
Who ran and Stampy?
Rhett and Link.
How's all these? I don't know none of these.
You're old. And then rounding up that top 4 is Jeffree Star, bringing in $17 million per year. There's just one child. He's like 6.
Right.
He may not even be 6 yet. But he makes over $8 million a year.
Really?
And what he does is he just tests toys.
Yeah. Come up with something, anything to get online.
Yes.
That's what coronavirus did. Trump money and time. The ancestors just been laying it down. What you do with your Trump money? What are you doing with your time? Toys.
This baby
and the kid is raking in $8 million.
Yes.
We're trying to get advertising sold here at PushGapRadios.com. But real quick, before we go into the break, the greatness here in Dallas, Texas, the very beautiful ERIKA Badu. We'd like to send our condolences out to her on last week. You said her grandma had passed away.
Yes, her grandmother did pass away, and just like I said,
we didn't have pre-show.
We didn't have pre-show, so just bear with me.
I got my notes everywhere.
Quick second, let me get
it's the making of PushGapRadios.com.
Yeah. So there was a celebration.
My bad, dog. I just launched into it.
Yeah, that's why. You just wait till we do that TikTok video. Oh, it's gonna be on now. I'm sorry. This is serious. But our condolences do go out to ERIKA Badu and her mom. Excuse me, who's known as Queenie. Her mother, grandmother, Miss Thelma Joyce Gibson.
Right.
She did pass away, and they had her funeral services on Saturday, October 3rd, which was held at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. And again, our condolences do go out to their family.
Yes. And we just wanted to say from PushGapRadios.com, again, I am a huge ERIKA Badu fan. By the way, before I launch into that, ERIKA Badu is the only artist. Her second album was a live album. She'd only made one album. And the live album outsold the debut album. Tyrone and Next Lifetime. Now, that's my favorite song. See You Next Lifetime. Ooh, that is beautiful. When we come back, your lying ass president said he got corona. I don't think so. You believe it, UFD. Unemployment, the black vote, also the question of the day, and the Jackie O Entertainment Report, where PushGapRadios.com with no pre-show prep.
Better quit talking about your president like that. Them people gonna be knocking on your door.
Dallas.
PushGapRadio.com. Black media that's relevant to you. PushGapRadio.com. The P. Diddy of urban internet radio.
What's that new radio station? 94.5 Boom.
Boom 94.5, baby.
Oh, Boom 94.5. Here we come.
Here we come. Y'all ready for me yet? Boom 94.5 FM in Dallas, Texas. We got what you're looking for.
Shaka Ford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O.
It's Dallas, baby.
It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. South Dallas, Fort Worth.
Y'all ready for me?
Dallas, baby.
Shaka Ford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Give me 2 scoops.
Whenever I hear I don't have enough, I remember the story of the prophet Elijah and the poor widow. Elijah advised the widow to fear not, but to recognize what she had. He blessed a small amount of oil in her home and had her gather more vessels in preparation for its increase. Oil flowed, every available vessel was filled, and the widow was able to provide for her family. Prosperity was demonstrated through the widow's gratitude, faith, and action. The good she prepared for came to her. I demonstrate prosperity as I bless and appreciate all I have and make room for more. All I need flows freely to me as I receive with faith the riches of God's kingdom. Abundance is mine. Then go in and shut the door behind you and your children and start pouring into all of these vessels. When each is full, set it aside. You'll find that in 2 Kings 4:4. I think you'll find it works. Okay, let me pause for a minute. That's your PushGapRadios.com word of the day. In 3, 2, 1. Trump ain't got no damn coronavirus, fam. I'm going to tell you that now. Facebook watchers. Yeah, Trump ain't got no. We're getting ahead of ourselves. I said we were going to discuss the debate. So you watched the debate. What did you think about the debate? Then we'll get to Trump and coronavirus. You think Trump got coronavirus, baby?
They should not even call that a debate. That should not even go down in the history books.
No.
Being called a debate.
It was a dumpster fire.
Debacle.
It was. You know who should have been the moderator? They say Samuel L. Jackson. We put that up on our Facebook page on PushGap because they just ran all over Chris Wallace. But as you heard, Trump knows television. He just rattled Biden. You understand me? Biden just didn't know what to do.
Biden telling the man to shut up. Call him a clown.
Man. Our enemies are laughing. Our allies are scared, man. It was a dumpster fire. Devolved into chaos. 2 old white men. Trump is 74, Biden 77.
It was a total embarrassment to the whole country. You have one of them standing up there just acting like, just being a total idiot.
Yes.
And then you have the other one standing there, bless his heart. Half the time it's like he didn't know where he was at. So it seemed.
Right.
So it's like, we're doomed either way.
I would have just let Trump talk. That's what you have to do with Trump. You lie so much. Just let you talk. But that was Trump's strategy the whole time. Trump understands how television works. This is something new.
To deflect.
And that's what he did.
That was his whole
2 old white guys
just like
arguing.
He's deflecting now because now that he have the coronavirus,
what word did you say you were going to use?
His 14 days.
Allegedly?
Yeah. Allegedly. His 14 days fall within the time frame for the next debate.
Right. 2 old white men argue for an hour and a half. Trump is unhinged. He is not qualified to do this job, man. He's a national security threat. He's a threat to ADOS, Black Lives Matter, people of color, whatever you want to call yourselves. Xenophobic. He's an endangerment to the working class and the working poor. Basically, if you're voting for Trump, you're either wealthy or a flat-out racist, and you're a public enemy.
For him to stand there when they asked him to denounce the white supremacists.
Yeah, the militia groups.
Yeah, he wanted to act like he didn't know who any of them were, and give me a name. And then when they did, well, then instead of him doing the right thing or saying the right thing, he gonna tell them to stand by and
deflection
and stand back and stand by.
And it was just deplorable. Now let me explain something to you. I'm former military, 4th of the 69th Armor Battalion, Mike's Gunsenheim, Germany, baby. Speed and power, find a way or make a way. All right.
Thank you for your service.
Stand down and stand by. Different things. All right. Nancy Pelosi just told the airlines, and we'll get into unemployment a little later on in the program. She just told the airlines because they're about to lay off.
Mm-hmm. Right.
To stand by. Don't furlough them yet. Stand by in the military means lock and load. Stand down means put your safety on. Trump ain't got no coronavirus. Trump is lying. Trump whole thing is this. Trump already done put in about the Joe Lewis on the mail-in ballots. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's been planting that seed for a while. It was going to be corrupt.
Already got his homeboy in the post office.
He said some of the ballots have been found in the river,
and I can believe that.
Like really, Trump?
I can believe that. I can believe that. You mail workers, I can believe that. But yeah, he got the thing going with the mail thing. Got his homeboy in there running that. Now all of a sudden you got coronavirus, and what I'm about to do here when we come back is give you a breakdown of where Trump has been in the 7 days before he announced where he got coronavirus. But then what Trump is going to do is now he got coronavirus because the times don't even match up to when he said he had it and when they said he had it. Okay. And now all of a sudden you're going to take this miraculous cure. You're cured. You want everybody to take this virus. And what did you say about Dr. Fauci? What you had to do?
I am going to need to see and hear Dr. Fauci confirm all of this information.
Yeah.
Because what is he famous for always saying? Fake news.
Fake news.
It's we're gonna get into it a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Later on, but yeah, there's a lot of things that's just not adding up. Then they haven't said anything about Melania. How is she doing? They're not.
Ain't nobody said none. And what little Barron at? Okay.
They haven't said a word about Barron. They haven't talked about Barron and Sean or their child since even before the coronavirus. It's like Trump is embarrassed of him or something.
Now, what they said is Trump didn't disclose first positive COVID-19 test while awaiting a second test on Thursday.
Who should be surprised?
The president received positive results on Thursday evening before making an appearance on Fox News, in which he didn't reveal those results. Momentous developments. President Trump briefly departed Walter Reed Medical Center on Sunday evening in an SUV to wave at supporters who had gathered outside.
He drove around one lap around the base.
The doctor called it insanity.
It was.
Dr. James Phillips said that was the stupidest thing, just high-siding and clowning, endangering people, because what they say about the vehicle is hypermetically sealed, so hermetically sealed against chemical attacks. So the risk of the COVID transmission inside is high as he gets outside of medical procedures. And everybody in the car at risk.
And he's in there with all the security.
Everybody in the car is at risk.
Yes.
And the places he's been. I'm sorry, go ahead.
He don't care.
Don't care.
And then he did a press conference from the hospital. He's sitting there. Now, the only thing that looks different is he doesn't have a tie on. So you have his shirt
Look
on.
like the working man.
And they got the flags behind him, making it look like he's in the Oval Office, but they let it be known that he's in the hospital.
Right.
And he wanted it posted on social media. Mm-hmm. So what he wanted to do was to let everybody know that he thinks that he's getting better. And that he's feeling better and that he will be out soon. The doctors are saying that they're going to let him out on Monday.
Right.
But it's just a big old ploy. They've given him a cocktail of different drugs and things that he apparently or allegedly is responding well to. Well, sure, he's responding well.
And he's going to come out like he's the great Oz. Now, here's something that's real weird that I posted on our Facebook page. This was written September 18th by a guy named John Camo. He said Trump's October surprise will be the announcement of his infection. Fake, but quite dramatic. This twist will blow Biden off the screens. The Trump COVID watch dominating every minute of every day. Then 14 days later, Trump will emerge 100% cured by hydroxychloroquine. Now, this was at 3:51 a.m. September 18th of 2020. The guy posted it from his iPad.
Now,
wow.
That so far has not been listed as one of the drugs that is taken, but a lot of the things that they have given him have been experimental. Mm-hmm. But they're saying that recently he had a Rose Garden ceremony, and they're calling that a super spreader event. From that event, so far, right before we went to air, it had reached 11 people. So 11 more people that attended this affair, which there were no masks. And people were just hobnobbing and things. And these people got sick, including Kellyanne Conway.
Right. So we're going to get into that on the other side after the Jackie O Entertainment Report. And, of course, the greatness that is J-Mac with the Locker Room Report. Shaka Four in the main event with Jackie O and the Mac Man. And Donald Trump ain't got no damn coronavirus. I'm telling you, it's all a scam. It's all a scheme. And if you believe it, you're either wealthy or you're racist. Trump ain't got no coronavirus. I'm sorry. If he does, hey, Trump, the best to you. You said there was no coronavirus, so how do you have it? Banging this thing in a freaking game. We say what you can't say. Now you know what we know here at PushGapRadios.com.
Dallas, baby. Made a believe out of him. He called it coronavirus for the first time.
And the first time.
And not China virus. Made a believe out of his ass.
Got you. Right at the ear. Okay. Oh my God.
Never average, never mediocre. We're online, on point, and on the money. Shackleford Ford won in the main event only on PushGapRadios.com. You just shot to number one on your internet radio dial. Shackleford won in the main event only on PushGapRadio.com.
I'm looking for Jackie.
Jackie O.
From Duncanville to Richardson and back to Funky Town. From Lancaster to Cedar Hill and even Agtown.
What's going on? It's your girl Mozart. Chilling here with my girl Jackie O.
Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, it's PushGap Radio.
And now, with your PushGapRadios.com entertainment report.
Oak Cliff, Highland Hills, Pleasant Grove, Keys and Pope. That's a couple hoods that be reppin' for the 214.
Jackie, how are you?
What up, y'all? This is Jackie. Oak Cliff in South Dallas, west of Pleasant Grove.
Rep your city. Tell them how you really feel.
Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O.
Only on PushGapRadio.com.
It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
It's a voice. Yeah. And so I've been hearing him in a lot of different things.
I need a new chair.
Apparently.
Then if I wanted to lay back in a raggedy ass chair.
Yeah, you almost did the... But... Oh, also our condolences go out to Thomas Jefferson Byrd.
Yes.
He's an actor that was in quite a few of Spike Lee's movies. Clockers,
Here's a
Get
photo.
on the Bus, Bamboozled. He got Game, Red Hook Summer, Chirac. He was gunned down in Atlanta on Saturday night. Yeah. They found him... on the street. Someone had shot him several times.
Really now?
In the back, yeah. So our condolences go out to his family and fans as well. It's just so much happening. You know?
It is.
You're just not safe.
It is.
Pretty much anywhere nowadays. It's just
too much madness.
It's just way too much madness, and just
the
for no
ancestors
reason.
are cranking it up.
Yeah,
the ancestors are cranking it up.
They are. I mean, it's just crazy. But as of right now, nobody knows anything, or nobody saw him.
How old was this guy?
They didn't say how old he was. I'll have to look that up. To be honest,
well, in post editing, I will put it on his picture.
Thank you. Yeah, because
continue.
Now, on a good note,
yes,
there also were a lot of babies that were recently born. So congratulations goes out to Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. They had their first baby together, a little girl. A lot of secrecy surrounding this baby, though. So right now, there's not a whole lot to be known because she haven't really said a whole lot.
I wouldn't have my kid out there too, like Barron Trump. I'd hide him too.
And the only reason why we even know that she gave birth is because her mom took to Instagram.
And mom snitched.
The mom kind of.
Okay, you better call Vanessa Bryant's mom. You better quit playing out there in them streets. It's serious out here in the game.
So what everybody has figured out so far, is that the baby was born on Wednesday in Los Angeles. I guess we'll have to stay tuned for the baby's name and all of those good details. Usher Raymond, I'm calling him Raymer. Usher Raymond and his longtime girlfriend. I don't know how she gonna be a longtime girlfriend. He seemed to be switching them pretty frequently here to me.
He's still carrying that package around.
It's incurable, so he won't have any. Allegedly,
he still got that luggage.
Allegedly, if he had it, he'll never get rid of it.
Man,
because they have not miraculously.
But if you a chick and you know how you still swinging with Usher,
some people don't care. It's Usher. They don't care. You have some people, some women that just because he is famous and just because he have a little money, they don't care what he got.
So let me ask you this then, Jackie.
What?
Does this herpes have his own Instagram page, or is the herpes famous too?
People people that have the disease supposed to know how to know when they're having outbreaks. When they have an outbreak, they notice remain away from people, and they're supposed to. They know how to be careful. What if the outbreak
comes in the midst of?
Then somebody's in trouble. But some women, as long as they're aware, and it's up to them if they're willing to take that choice. Because look at Cookie
Long
Johnson.
as you're honest about it. Well, with Magic.
She stayed with Magic.
Yeah.
And, that had to be a huge... back when he first came out with it, nobody knew anything about it. And so for her to remain with him during that time...
That's true. Yeah. She hung in there, boy. They've been together a long while.
She did.
Cookie and Magic.
Not a lot of women would have done that.
Right.
Especially back then.
Because it's hard to leave that bank account.
Well,
a lot of love in them Benjamins.
More power to him.
Yes,
Kevin Hart and his wife Eniko, they welcomed their baby girl.
Yeah,
she was on. And let me see if I could get this name out. Kaori My Heart.
I'm gonna let you ride with that, fam. I'm gonna let you make it.
I didn't tell you what Usher's little girl name is. His little girl's name is Sovereign Bo.
Do you know what Sovereign means?
Sovereign Bo Raymond.
She's a sovereign nation.
And what they played during her birth is Isn't She Lovely
by Stevie Wonder, the classic.
And they kept playing it on repeat.
Yeah, Cardi B, WAP ain't gonna be here in like 60 years, okay? WAP ain't gonna be here in 2021, all right? They still playing Stevie Wonder. Isn't she lovely?
Yes.
Still playing Stevie.
And Aisha is grown and have kids of her own.
Probably a grandmama. Y'all still listen.
Because that was back in the 70s?
Well, congratulations to them.
So could be. Yeah. Megan Thee Stallion. She, along with Chris Rock, Chris Rock was the host.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, baby.
Megan Thee Stallion was the musical talent for the season premiere of Saturday Night Live on this past Saturday. They also did a skit that included the debate, and it was Jim Carrey.
Stupid, man. Jim Carrey
was Biden,
out there.
And of course, Alec Baldwin was the perfect Trump.
And don't you wish you could put Trump on pause like he did with that remote?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was hysterical. Now it could have been funnier. Saturday Night Live. Get you some brothers in there writing for you.
And Maya,
came out as Kamala. It was that was she did a great job. I really miss her mom.
They all did a good job. And Jim Carrey is just a straight nut.
Her mom, Minnie Riperton, passed away, and I cried when I heard the news. Minnie Riperton was one of my all-time great singers. Yeah, Maya did a great job, man. It was funny, boy.
It was. So everybody have to go back now and YouTube it so they can see all the good points of it. But the thing about Megan is she sung her hit Savage, which was a remix, but
with Eazy-E's track.
Yes, but what she did is
Jack and Beats.
She replaced some of the lyrics with Malcolm X.
Right.
And
was
that 1 minute or was it? And with Malcolm X and with and I'm sorry, because this is a very serious thing, but you are throwing me off track.
How am I throwing you off? 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, now you're down like 30 seconds.
Because I was trying to look at my paper and all I saw was a...
Want me to just start saying it? 2 minutes, Jackie. Where are you at now? 26 seconds.
But I'll just finish it on the other side. But it's like all I see is you in the background.
You've been seeing that for 10 years.
While I'm looking down, it's different. We're in a different position. This has been Jackie O with your PushGapRadio.com entertainment report. Me and my sidekick.
3, 2, 1. Dallas, baby.
Clifton, South Dallas, what's a Pleasant Grove?
Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie O.
Only on PushGapRadio.com. It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadios.com NFL Locker Room Report with J Mac.
And now with your PushGapRadios.com Locker Room Report is J Mac. Get 'em!
Alrighty, man. It's that time. It's that time to put up your gloves, pull out your football sheets. Hopefully your fantasy picks didn't go all the way wasted.
That's right.
If you're a Cowboy fan and you decided to pick the Dallas Cowboys for your defense, shame on you. They was probably the only people that was in there. You need to throw them back into the ocean.
Told you, the Cowboys have no secondary. They safeties just suck, dude. Jerry just won't put no money into the safeties.
Yeah, no, that was the main thing. That was a huge key. But we'll talk about that in a little bit later. Let's go ahead and talk about the WNBA. Now, of course, the WNBA Finals is here and popping and ready to go. Right now, the Seattle Storm takes the lead of the series. And, of course, they played Sunday. They went back and forth. They was balling. And, of course, they take a 2-0 lead against the Las Vegas Ace. Now, of course, the next game that they do play will be on Tuesday. If the Storms actually end up winning that game, they will be WNBA champions.
That's right.
Finals. So that's going to be some fun right there. Now, since we're in the mood of finals, how about we talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat? Now, of course, the last few times the Los Angeles Lakers, the first two games, it's been a straight come here.
Putting it on.
Didn't I tell you not to show up to this game? Get your tail up out of here. Man, the Lakers have been putting them down.
Yeah, LeBron on a mission.
Man, they are, but they wasn't on a mission. I can tell you Sunday, man, Miami had their own type of mission because Miami wasn't playing with them. They was out there giving them the business. They couldn't stop them, getting mad penetration. Butler was out there doing this thing, and you know what? They got away from as if you was watching Charles Barkley and Grant Hill and etc. They got away from playing that zone. They're playing more man to man. They're playing more aggressive, and they actually pull this one out. Don't be surprised if they try to do that again. There's gonna be some tussling going on. Now, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers did come up short, and they got beat 115 to 104. Now, what's the next thing that's going to be hot to talk about? Let's talk about some baseball. So, of course, the second round is here. And right now you have still standing the Houston Astros. They'll be going up against the Oakland Athletics. They'll be playing at 4 o'clock on TBS. And then the New York Yankees, the Yank Bombs. Yes, that's right. They'll be facing up against one of the hottest teams in the Tampa Bay Rays. They'll be playing at 8 p.m. on TBS as well. But I like how things are going. I still think I don't know. I'm still on the fence with the Yanks.
Right.
Of course, and maybe it's because of the simple fact that everybody always thinks the Yankees are supposed to win every single game.
Yeah.
They're always they are the top dogs.
When you're a champion, baby.
Yeah, champion.
When you're a champion.
But the Yanks haven't won in I don't know.
Probably about long as the Cowboys, huh?
Well, okay. Now you got jokes. Also, check it out on the 6th of October 6th. You have the Florida Mariners. They'll be playing up against the Atlanta Braves. The Houston is also going to be playing against Oakland, and then you also have the San Diego Padres going up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is going to be pretty fun. I really do think this. This is going to be the start of the second round.
Right.
Know how this is going to end up because, as you can see, with baseball, it's all about the team that gets hot at the right moment.
Yeah, my Cubbies didn't make it, huh?
They tried.
Yeah, it was the best of the
best because of course the first round was the wild card,
right?
And then of course the semifinals. So I really do. I was actually surprised, but
I was pulling for them.
Yeah, we all cheer for it. There are certain teams that you just kind of hope that they get in.
Yeah.
And you're just happy that they're in the playoffs because it makes baseball or that particular sport interesting. That's just like Boston, the Lakers. They just, some way, somehow, one of them have to be in to make,
to make things, like you said, to make things interesting, to mix it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, my game of the week is going to most definitely be in the college forums. Of course, now I'm not sure if are they still doing the state fair?
No, what they're doing for the State Fair of Texas is you pull up in your car, you can play some games, you can get some of the food, and then you can go stand over by Big Tex and take a picture. But no, it's not standard State Fair of Texas thing. They just trying to make a buck, give people a little something to do to get out. But everything's from your car, dude. You can win a doll. They guarantee that everyone's a winner. So,
Participation.
Yes, participation.
Check this out. Now, of course,
participation trophy.
Right. Well, of course, as right about this time is when the big games happen. Like what do they call the Red River?
The Red River
battle.
Shootout.
Yeah, that's right. Now, of course, Texas, who is ranked number 9, will be going up against Oklahoma Sooners, who is ranked 18.
That's right.
Going to be at noon. That should be a really good game.
Yes.
That's going to be one of my games to watch for the college brackets. And now, who's the next team? How about Florida? The Florida Gators will be going up against the Aggies. Yep, the Florida Gators will be going up against them Aggies. Florida is ranked number 3, and the Aggies are ranked number 13. That should be on ESPN. Now, here's another game that I think it's going to be a bit of a sleeper. Kansas State will be going against TCU. TCU played a pretty good game.
Yeah, TCU. I watched some of that game, J-Mac, the TCU game. Yeah, that was a very good game.
Yeah, so you know what? I think sometimes some teams pretty much put them under the radar, but TCU is one of those sleepers.
Yes.
The other big game this weekend is going to be, that's right, them Bama boys, who's ranked number 2. Alabama will be going up against Ole Miss.
The Ole Miss is in the house.
That should be a hot game. That's also going to be on ESPN at 6 p.m. Now, Notre Dame will be hosting Florida State. But the game to watch that I think is going to be the game to watch.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. The U.
Yes, sir.
Miami. Yeah, Miami University will be going up against the number 1 team in the country. Them Clemson boys, who's ranked number 1. That's going to be at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
That's going to be the hot game. I'm telling you, that could be a shootout.
2 minutes.
Hardcore football, hardcore defense. Now, I also wanted to bring up somebody that's who's been a phenomenal, who's played a huge role in the NBA game in the 80s, 90s, and pretty much in the 2000s.
Yes, sir.
This particular person has also been a coach at for the Houston Rockets, who's also coach for Milwaukee, the Los Angeles Lakers, and of course, you're a Dallas Mavericks as well.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to talk about Dale Harris, who's going to be getting the Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award. This guy has been phenomenal. Now, of course, if you don't know a little bit of his history, I'll give you a little bit. Now, this dude has accomplished of winning 556 wins, 457 losses, and a 14 season as a head coach. He was also one of the coaches that got the Houston Rockets in the 1981 finals. So what's really special about this guy is he's a unique coach. He's a unique coach that he's really a player's coach, laid back, kind of fun, but he's well deserving. I got an opportunity to actually meet him during the All-Star game when he was in Dallas. Phenomenal guy, very good person.
Right.
Love his personality. Now, we're going to be talking about the NFL football schedule. A lot of disappointments, a lot of heartbreaks, but you know what? J-Mac got his picks too, and Shaq should have got the email.
Yeah, I just saw your picks before we went on there, man. I was looking at them. I was like, I sure hope J-Mac didn't watch ESPN after the game and then write his picks down. But yeah, I got your picks, man. That's J-Mac with the Locker Room Report. On the other side, he coming back with the NFL report. That's PushGapRadios.com. Locker Room Report with J Mac. We'll be back. Dallas and Grand Rapids.
Any given Sunday, baby.
You're listening to PushGapRadios.com. NFL Locker Room Report with J Mac.
Hey, this is Scott Moran.
You need, Scott, me and the brothers listening to PushGapRadios.com.
It's not just the brothers that listen to PushGapRadio.com.
Please, you know about PushGap.
For the hottest show in the Metroplex, it's Shackleford 1 in the main event on PushGapRadio.com.
Really? So where they at?
Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Where?
Dallas, baby.
For the hottest old school hip hop and R&B, entertainment, and current events, stay connected to PushGapRadio.com. PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas Internet radio station.
Radio is horrible, and they do this deliberately. This is all deliberately done. It's not accidental as to why the destruction of our music has taken place. They'll have you believe that people are just not talented anymore. People just don't want to play instruments anymore. People just don't want to sing like they used to because they can't. And that's not the truth either. What happens is the record labels have controlled in terms of the standard and have set the thermometer and as the measuring stick as to what kind of sound they want. It's all strategic. It's not an accident. It's not that suddenly people forgot how to sing, suddenly people forgot how to play instruments, suddenly people forgot how to write songs. No, they're not letting certain people in that have a certain sound, style, and those that are allowed to get in, they're very few and far in between. They stick them in, but they give it to you as a rarity, and these people usually don't do very well in the markets, okay? Music and culture. Music and culture are very important to us. People of other persuasions know this about us, that our music is so important to us. Music is a very important part of your culture. So if now we absorb things like sponging, they've weakened our creativity or the ability to be creative. It's not that it's been weakened totally. It's still out there. You can still do it. But it's not by accident. It's all by design so that they could compete.
Shackleford 1 in the main event with me, D, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Get a
Go ahead.
See, Doc. See, Jackie.
I caught myself. You just had to just play on it. Go, so I can say what I got to say.
We're gonna try this again without the oops this time. It was a busy week leading up. And Trump announced he had the Rona, 12:54 a.m. October 2nd, 2020. No social distancing, mask, or precautions. How high has virus spread in the highest levels of American government? Well, Saturday, September 26th, he was in D.C. to announce Amy Coney Barrett for the Supreme Court. Later that day, went to a campaign event in Middleton, Pennsylvania, returned to the White House that evening. Sunday, September 27th, went golfing in Virginia, had a news conference that evening. Monday, September 28th, back to the White House, gave a press conference in the Rose Garden, later a photo op. Tuesday, September 29th, went to Ohio for the debate with Sleepy Joe. Then back to the White House. Wednesday, September 30th, went to Minnesota, Shorewood, Minnesota, with Hope Hicks. You know who she is. For a fundraiser, then went to Duluth, Minnesota for a campaign rally, then back to D.C. Hope started showing symptoms already. Thursday, September 31, flew to his golf course in Bedminster, New Jersey for a campaign event. Back to the White House, Hope is tested positive. Trump has been spreading it around.
Mm-hmm. With no mask. And the videos that they've been showing with him with Hope is showing him kissing her all upside her head and forehead and all of that kind of stuff. He first of all shouldn't be doing that even without the coronavirus going around. But then it's just like, you know, he had this thing going about you didn't have to have on the mask and that it, you know, and all of this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Well, now he all of a sudden have quit calling it the China virus, and now he's giving it some respect.
What did I tell you
he's
earlier?
Calling it the coronavirus.
It's only it's only minor surgery when it's being performed on somebody else. If you taking off a hangnail with me, it's major surgery. Trump figured it wouldn't happen to him. He figured his money, his elite status, his privilege would just shield him away from it. That's why he made jokes about it. What did your girl say? Imelda Marcos with all the shoes? Taxes is for the little people or whatever. That's how Trump feels. And now he's got the corona, allegedly. And all Trump is doing is setting this up to screw up the election. Right. And to get you people, now he's running his ads. It's all black people in his ads. You notice that? Pandering. Trying to scoop that black vote. Trump is going to be miraculously cured because they're talking about the unemployment. Pelosi pushed a $2.2 trillion package.
Right.
Mitch McConnell's going to have to sign it before he caves in, because he's going to cave in because his numbers are dropping in Kentucky. These people aren't going to vote for old Mitch because he's letting them go under. Now they're thinking Pelosi's going to hold out until Biden wins in November, hopefully. Then that way, first of the year, they can put a Democratic package together. Right now, Pelosi's package is looking at sending you $600 through January and then the $1,200. The Republicans want $1.6 trillion, which is going to give you $400 and the $1,200. Either way, we need what we need. Pelosi told airlines to stand by, don't lay off. Trump told them Proud Boys and those other militia groups to stand by. It means the same thing.
Right. Well, they're also trying to make it seem like at first they were trying to make it seem like he was sicker than what he is.
Right.
Because you remember on Friday they tried to say how he had problems breathing.
Right.
Well, the doctor came out and said that Trump's chief of staff misconstrued Trump's condition when he said that Trump's condition was deteriorating.
Right.
And so basically the doctors are like, no, it's not even that serious. I mean, he wouldn't go on to tell a whole lot other than Trump was tired with the fever. He had cough and low oxygen levels.
Right.
But the only reason why I honestly think that he probably does have it, but he's kind of asymptomatic and not just full blown with it.
I think it's a hoax.
It's because of Kellyanne Conway's daughter. Now, you might remember that a few months ago, I talked about her. She was wanting to emancipate herself from her mom and her dad.
Right.
And one of the reasons was because of Kellyanne and the way that she is. And
Kellyanne's husband hates Trump, so they were always fighting in the household. Yes.
Well, the daughter is always on social media, on Instagram.
Of course.
And the daughter, this is prior to Kellyanne coming out and saying that she had it. The daughter was on Instagram and she made a comment that her mom was coughing all around the house, and after Trump was diagnosed, was positive for COVID, and she had gone to that tea party that they had. So that alone, because I don't think that the daughter would play along with it. She
wants to be emancipated.
She wants to be emancipated.
Yeah.
And again, her mom. So after she told everybody that her mom was positive, that's when when Kellyanne came out and let everybody know that she was positive. But that's the only reason why I kind of believe that he really does have it.
Chris Christie has it.
Well, yeah, a lot of them have it.
Chris Christie got it. Then they showed the little event that they was at. And, people hugging and standing around. Yes. Nobody has on a mask. None of that's going on. And these people just glad-handed. After an event, you ain't just bailing out.
No, not at the White House.
Yeah, you got to shake hands and whatnot.
The super spreader event.
Look at all these places Trump has been, fam.
Yes.
These are my raw show notes. But, look at all the places Trump has freaking been. This guy doesn't care. I don't think he got it. I don't. Here's the thing. The boy who cried wolf. You've lied so much. I should believe you now? Come on, man. You lie all the time. And now you supposedly air quotes, have the disease, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for you when you blatantly threw it in people's faces and called it the China virus, the Kung flu, and now what do you say he calls it COVID now, since it done got a hold to him.
Now get this, that same doctor, when they was doing that little brief conference after
1 minute,
he did
Jack.
the little debacle
right.
going around that little lap, a reporter asked Dr. Connolly if Trump's lungs were damaged,
right,
and he wouldn't even answer that directly.
Right.
He also wouldn't say whether or not there was evidence of pneumonia. Well, if there's not evidence of pneumonia, then there's not evidence of coronavirus. Coronavirus is a form of pneumonia.
When we come back, it's the Jackie O Entertainment Report. But coming up next should be the J-Mac Locker Room Report. Exclusively on PushGapRadios.com. Trump ain't got no virus. He gonna be miraculously cured. He gonna give us money. And he just want us to go to the polls. We're Shaka 4-1 in the main event with Jackie O. Now you know what we know on the bangingest thing in the internet game.
They let them go home Monday.
All righty then. As I'm closing out. All righty then. Who cares? You know, just walk over my.
Shaka 4-1 in the main event with Jackie O. We're internet famous, just not real life hot. We're PushGapRadio.com. It's going down, baby. Dallas.
PushGapRadio.com. We push content-rich, relevant information to our community. Information that they can use in their lives right now. We bridge the gap between yesteryear's old radio methodologies and today's cutting-edge high-tech technology and platforms. Our unique platform allows us to reach and mobilize our community within only a few hours. PushGapRadio.com. We're here to bring you relevant information. That's what radio was in the African American communities coming along through the 40s into perhaps the 80s maybe. Okay, I recall a story where some guy stole my car in Gary, Indiana. My car was found within 15 minutes because my grandmother made a phone call to a talk radio station, AM. A lady called in within 15 minutes. My car was in front of her house. That's the power of radio.
Think globally, listen locally. The next generation of radio is in Hamilton Park. We're PushGapRadio.com. PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station. Any given Sunday, baby.
Here's Prescott on second down.
You're listening to PushGapRadios.com. NFL Locker Room Report with J-Mac.
And now, on the NFL side of the game, unfortunately, my Bears didn't make it to 4-0, but that's quite all right. That's quite all right. At least we're not the Dallas Cowpokes. Here to tell you more is J-Mac. My Bears didn't make it, mine.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people were really picking them to pull this one out, you know.
Right.
But you know, I mean, and the weird thing about it is, if you look at the polls, they actually weren't even favored. They were like 3.0 favored, you know, to actually pull this one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, like I said, we'll get down to the bottom. Now, of course, there was a lot of changes that happened prior to football Sunday.
That's right.
We had a couple of COVID incidents with Tennessee Titans. A total of, I believe it was like nine faculties, including players, ended up getting positive testing on the game. So, of course, you know, the team that they priorly played against, they actually played against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, of course, they did their testing and did not have any worries because, well, no one came up positive.
Right.
Now, of course, that did kind of turn things around and change things around for the team that they were going to play. Now, of course, their rules are when they do have a positive testing, they have to shut down facilities.
Right.
And then, of course, there's constant testing, of course, and then no one can do anything. So to make sure that it was fair, they actually postponed their game to week 7 So they were actually supposed to play the Pittsburgh Steelers, and so therefore they're not going to be playing them until week 7.
Mm-hmm.
So then, just when we thought we were safe, Cam Newton messed around and gets a positive
Yes,
test.
sir. Yes, sir.
So Cam Newton gets a positive test, which means they ended up having to postpone their game. Now, of course, they're not postponing their games weeks down the road.
Yeah,
they're
tonight, right?
Playing their game on Monday night, of course.
Yep.
So that means that tonight they'll be having 2 Monday night games similar to when it's week 1. So, of course, if you didn't know, New England does play the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have that part. Now, of course, J-Mac had his picks.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, Shaq did get the email this time.
Hey, I'm busy.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Now, of course, your boy J-Mac is going into the Monday night game, going 6-6 with no ties. That's not including the, of course, we have 2 games tonight. Now let's go ahead and let's start it off with the top game. The Indianapolis Colts went up against the Chicago Bears. Yeah, they came a little.
Still a fan.
Well, you got to. Yeah, the Colts.
Still a fan, baby. Don't ever forget.
To be. The Colts did defeat the Chicago Bears. Now, of course, the next game we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars went up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Mm-hmm. The Bengals came through. That's right. Now, of course, you realize that this was their first win of the season.
Yes.
So,
Ohio is trying to roll today, first week of October.
Well, somebody got to win. Somebody has to do something. They defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 33-25. The Cleveland Browns went up against
your Dallas Cowboys.
And then they played the defense.
Yes.
And, of course, Odell Beckham lost his everlasting mind.
Did the business, didn't he?
Man, he did. But then on top of that, Prescott did drop 500 yards on him. But still, once again, the Dallas Cowboys defense found a way to do what the Detroit Lions always end up doing. Right. Falling apart when they need to be stepping up.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns beat the Cowboys 49-38. The New Orleans Saints did exactly what they were supposed to do. Let the Lions think they were going to have confidence to win, and then bring them back down to reality. They beat them 35-29.
Right.
Of course, now we all know that the Pittsburgh Steelers and Tennessee game is going to be postponed to week 7. The Seattle Seahawks went up against the Miami Dolphins, and they beat them 31-23. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and of course, Brady Town.
Yes, Brady looked good, boy. Brady looked good.
He did.
Down there in Tampa Bay.
Yes, he did, but he also had to fight his way. The old Brady had to come out. Right. They defeated the Los Angeles Chargers 38-31. The Baltimore Ravens, well, they did what the Ravens do.
I saw a little bit of that game against Washington.
Yeah, now, of course, if you guys don't know, that's pretty much like Baltimore and Washington, where they play, it's like literally like 10 minutes away from each other.
They can walk to the stadium.
Pretty much. Just get on the highway and bam, you're there. They defeat the Washington NFL team, 31-17. The Carolina Panthers defeat Arizona Cardinals 31-21.
Right.
Minnesota shocks the world and beats the Houston Texans 31-23. I didn't think they was going to pull that one out. I really did not think that Houston was going to lose that game. The Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, went up against the New York Giants, and the Rams actually struggled a little bit. Their offense was fighting and struggling. It turned into a real defensive battle on this one. They defeat the Giants, the little Giants, I call them.
The Giants is bums, dog.
Yeah, they lost their star running back, and they've been downhill ever since. 17-9, they defeat them. The New England Patriots do play tonight against the Kansas City Chiefs at 7:05 Eastern Standard Time. And then the Buffalo
How about them Bills, boy?
4-0. I'm telling you, they're gonna be taking over the Eastern division.
Well, I don't know who you had to pay to get there, Buffalo, but I know everybody in the NFC South is bums. Ain't nobody got a winning record. Philly, the Cowpokes, everybody 1-3.
Man, they're pretty much struggling in the East when it comes to NFC.
Yeah, the NFC East. My bad.
Yeah, the Buffalo defeat the Las Vegas Raiders 30-23, and then of course the Sunday night game that turned into a pretty interesting game. Now, of course, Garoppolo, if I'm saying his name right, excuse me if I messed up his name, was out. So the San Francisco 49ers didn't even have their starting quarterback.
Right.
It got a little ugly. Philadelphia did their thing, but the 49ers tried to come back, which that almost could have been a big surprise.
Yeah.
But of course, they came short at the very last play of the game. They beat the San Francisco 49ers 25-20. And of course, the Monday night game will be Atlanta.
Yes.
Host that's going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, if you understand what's going on, but the thing about Atlanta should be way better. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. The Falcons have just looked horrible. They have good parts. They have good starts.
Right.
Or they have moments, they have spurts, but they just have not been able to close teams out at all.
They just ain't been able to have it, man.
Yeah, so it's been looking really bad for them. So just to give you a quick thing to say.
2 minutes.
Buffalo is actually leading the AFC East with a 4-0 record, right behind the New England Patriots. That could possibly change. The NFC East, Philadelphia actually leads with a 1-2-1 record. The Washington football team is in second. The AFC North, Pittsburgh takes the lead with 3-0. The Green Bay Packers run the NFC North right now,
as usual,
with a 3-0 record because the Chicago Bears losing. In the South, Tennessee takes over with a 3-0 record. Tampa Bay is 3-1. It's the NFC South. And then you have the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, is running the table with them. And then, of course, the NFC West, Seattle Seahawks is still undefeated. Right behind them, the Los Angeles
Seahawks
Rams.
look good. Russell Wilson up there bombing them out, boy.
And,
that was a good game.
Once again, it's what ends up happening is we still underestimate Wilson and his game. He still got it in him. I'm telling you.
The noise. That's J Mac with your PushGapRadio.com Locker Room Sports. Real quick, Mac, man, get down to 1 minute. You think Trump got coronavirus? Yes or no?
No comment.
No comment.
My mama told me this. I was always told, if you don't got nothing else to say, don't say nothing at all.
That is J Mac doing what his mama told him, baby. PushGapRadios.com, Mac, man. We gonna catch you on the other side. Appreciate you, man. I don't think Trump got it. I think it's a hoax. You heard it here first on PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby.
You're listening to PushGapRadios.com. NFL Locker Room Report with J Mac.
Hey, did you start a business before or during the coronavirus shelter-in-place order? Do you need to aggressively get your brand name or product out into the cyber world? Are you looking for a new platform for exposing, building, and broadening your brand recognition? Then PushGapRadios.com may have the answer for you. In the words of the great Dr. Dre, when your ad sales wasn't doing too good, who's the doctor they told you to go see? Find out how to get more exposure on more platforms with less money for now. Log on to www.PushGapRadios.com. Click on the advertising tab for more information. And hey, while you're there, check out the show, Shaka 401 in the main event, to see if this particular platform works for you and your brand. Here at PushGapRadios.com, our agenda is pushing yours.
Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadio.com, the power is in the name.
PushGapRadio.com. Black media that's relevant to you. PushGapRadio.com. The P. Diddy of urban internet radio.
In Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, we're PushGapRadio.com.
Don't you know something
Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen D, Jackie Up. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Give me 2 scoops. Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie Up.
Only on PushGapRadio.com. It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
Yeah, you know,
they needed to know that.
Yeah, just stroll all over mine, fam.
I had to get it in.
It's Gucci, man. Do you, boo? Ooh, man. The Jackie O Entertainment Report exclusively on the coronavirus-free version of PushGapRadio.com. Trump is lying. You've been lying. You're lying now. If you lied then, you're lying now. You're lying later. You're a liar. You ain't got no damn corona. And where's Barron? How come ain't nobody popped his head up? Okay? And where how come we don't hear nothing about Melania? Like Jackie just said earlier when we was
they haven't said a thing about
you
Melania.
Said y'all both got it. If I told you me and Jackie O had it, then every video, every soundbite is me and Jackie O, because we both got the Rona.
Well,
all right?
Yeah, people want to know, okay, how is she doing?
How is she doing?
All we know is that she tested positive, and that was it. It's like, is she still at the White House? Did they take her to the hospital? I mean, what's up with Melania?
If George Bush told me he had coronavirus, I believe him. If Jimmy Carter got on TV right now, said he had coronavirus, I believe him.
Yeah.
If Trump traipsed up here and told me that the weather in Dallas, Texas reaches 100 degrees, I wouldn't believe him. And now you want me to believe what? By the next time I pay rent, we voted for a president. You all voted for a president. I'm voting down ballot. Get my reparations. No black agenda, no black vote. But yeah, Trump ain't got no coronavirus. I ain't mean to take up your day. I'm just intrigued by the fact of what this dude's ploy. The October surprise. Go check out. I was gonna tell you about it, but maybe I'll tell you about it next pattern set. You might want to go check out what's your boy Charlamagne the God from the Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. He explained to me what the October surprise was, all right? And this is the October surprise. Then I came across 2 other people who explained it extremely well. The Jackie O Entertainment Report.
Really? I almost forgot.
I know you ain't talking. See, Doc? But then when she do the entertainment report, Doc, it's a private insight thing with me and Dr. Ramsey here. Talking about how me and Jackie go back and forth. Yeah, she don't want nobody to talk over a little report, though, Doc. But you say she walk all over my
See how you using up all my minutes?
Okay. I'm going to be Pac-Man today. Like you do on mine when I start. Go ahead, girl. Do that report.
Tamara Hall.
Yeah.
She's a fellow Texan. Mm-hmm. She's being sued for $16 million, according to TMZ. Yes, Janine D'Angelo. Now you're over there blowing at the fly.
It's a gnat. Right? Yeah, it's
Janine D'Angelo is an anti-vaxxer, which means that she does not believe in the vaccines for her children.
Me and her both.
Well, her son and her were guests on Tamarin's show.
Right.
And Tamarin made a comment that she would not allow her son, Tamarin have a toddler son herself, that she would not allow her son to be hugged by this child that was not vaccinated.
Right.
And the mom took offense to it after the fact.
For what?
Well, because she's saying that basically that
my kid hugging your kid, like got a runny nose,
a leper, and that it was embarrassing, and that they have had emotional trauma, her and her son.
Because y'all want my kid to hug your kid?
Yes.
You got emotional trauma.
Because her kid is not vaccinated. And yes, she's had emotional trauma.
Okay.
Since this episode. And so she's suing Tamarin for $16 million.
So if your son was snorting that good cocaine and I want my son over there snorting good cocaine, then you'd be traumatized and want to sue me? Your kid is not vaccinated. I love my child like you love your child. If you elect not to wear a mask, that's on you, Trump. But if you want to wear a mask, don't hold it against me. You want to go out into the coronavirus war field? Go ahead. Me and Jackie stay in the house like Vladimir Putin, okay? Don't get mad at us. We're not mad at you. Do your thing. I don't want my kid near your kid, though.
Well,
$16 million.
Yeah.
Then I gotta pay everybody.
Tamara probably her insurance probably don't even cover $16
I gotta pay everybody. I want my kid hugging your kid. Wow. Man, people just be trying to roke an angle to get a buck, man.
People are so happy. So, yeah, because this lady is saying that it violates the New York's discrimination laws.
Come on, man.
And that's the reason why
they make this stuff up as they go along.
Yeah, yeah. And then her child is not even old enough to even know what the heck is going on.
How old is the kid?
Anyway, her child is a toddler as well.
A toddler?
Yeah.
Like can barely walk toddler?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, real. How old is Tamara's kid? 12?
No, Tamara's son is, I think, 2.
Okay, that's still. I don't want my baby.
No, I take that back. This child was a teenager. I'm sorry. There was a teenager.
Okay.
But even at that, still.
Yeah.
He wasn't traumatized. The mama's just trying to get some money. She saw opportunity.
And they were somewhere smoking, laughing about it, the two sons.
But a while ago, maybe about a year ago, The Voice had came up. It was during the time when Christina Aguilera was one of the coaches on The Voice. They had come up with an idea to have a hologram Whitney Houston.
Right, I remember that.
That was going to sing a duet with Christina Aguilera.
Right.
They had went so far as to get all the way through, the making of the hologram. And they were locked and loaded and ready to go.
Right.
Well, at the last minute, Whitney's estate would not sign off on the hologram because they did not like the way that the hologram looked.
I remember that, yeah.
And they pulled the deal and would not allow them to air the episode. To air the hologram. Well, apparently, the person that made the hologram to begin with thought that he owned the rights to this hologram and decided to
turn a buck.
Actually, yeah, he decided to put it to some wording, and it was like, that does not sound like Whitney, but it was Whitney's hologram. But it was some other person that was supposed to have been
his cousin's vocals. He's trying to give his cousin a shot.
Well, I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, it was horrible. It was like, what on earth is he doing? Wow. Is he doing? But and the thing about it is they didn't even have to really go back to court, because in 2018, when they tried to release it the first time, the judge is the one that stopped it from being aired. So it's like that is still in effect. And he tried to play dumb and you know, he didn't know that that's what that meant. So now
he's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, and that's exactly.
I don't understand. What'd you say, y'all?
His name is Scott.
I didn't know.
His name is Scott Storch. And that's exactly what he's doing. But Whitney's team the lawyers or for their estate,
they ain't want no part of that madness.
Well, they're deciding whether or not they're going to go further with pressing any charges or whatever against them, but they did pull it. But heck, it was leaked on the internet now.
Boy,
so
ain't got no money.
Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. So you'll be able to find it. Was horrible.
Once you release the Hounds of War, you just can't call them back. You understand? That ain't how that works. Once you release them,
it was not good.
It was not good.
No. Looks like Niecy Nash marriage may be already in trouble.
With the chick?
She just got married a month ago. Yeah. There was some
I thought I saw one of them Donald Trump books. How to bump their head.
You crazy.
Now she gonna have coronavirus. Watch, by Thursday, Niecy Nash gonna say she got it too.
There was some text messages leaked that says that some of her family members are not excited about her being married to a female.
I'm sure.
And they're saying on top of her family putting pressure on her, that her wife is also putting pressure on her, wanting them to get more involved in lesbian
that's her lifestyle
as far as coming out.
I'm in the podcasting community on Facebook, so why wouldn't she want to be in the LBGT LMNOP community when she doing her thing?
Right, and they're saying that Niecy's not wanting to get that involved in it, but the wife is. So the family's predicting allegedly that they're not going to last through 2021. Some of people are saying that Niecy only did that to get rid of her husband.
Now, here's what I say.
The previous husband.
Here's what I say.
What?
Look at your morning breakfast.
Yeah.
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
That chicken, he contributed to your breakfast. That pig was committed, wasn't it? Niecy Nash's wife is committed. She that pig, that sausage or that ham on your plate. That egg that the chicken plopped out, that's Niecy Nash. She contributed, but Niecy Nash ain't committed like that pig. 2 minutes. You gotta be committed. That girl committed. She wants to be involved in her community.
Yes, she does.
Niecy didn't think that out.
No, she didn't. Not like she should have.
No, she didn't think that out.
Uncle Luke, remember Uncle Luke?
You don't remember Uncle Luke, girl.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yeah. You couldn't leave the house when Uncle Luke was banging.
Well, he got a surprise from his wife of 12 years.
Like Dr. Dre did?
She served him with divorce papers.
Really?
And he had not a clue that anything was wrong.
Yeah. He ain't know.
He said he was blindsided.
He wasn't blindsided.
His wife is Kristen Thompson, and well, I mean, that's what he say. Why would the man?
It could happen. It could happen. I know somebody who they girl picked them up, took them to work, packed up, went and got him, took him to his second job. When he came home, they had moved. So
yeah.
1 minute, Jackie.
These are his words. He says it's mind-boggling, hurtful, and a total surprise. I never intended to get married to get divorced, he said.
Me either.
That's not in my DNA nor my family's history. I believe in the sacred vows for better or worse, but I have to respect her decision.
Yeah.
So that sounds to me like a man that had no clue that his wife...
You got to be real busy. You know your gal finna dip a cone
didn't want to be his wife no more.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Chadwick Boseman, God rest his soul. His last movie have not been released yet. It's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, done by Netflix. Denzel Washington, Viola Davis is going to be in it. They're saying that they're thinking that he gave an Oscar performance.
Hey, do you have the movies and TV shows we watching?
Yes.
We'll bring that up on the other side. PushGapRadios.com.
Dallas, baby. Hey, Dr. Ramsey.
No.
Too late.
No.
I miss Dr. Ramsey. Aww.
No, you're not gonna make it. You're probably not gonna make it.
Well,
Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie up.
Only on PushGapRadio.com. It's the hottest combination in the urban internet game. Dallas, baby.
Shackleford won in the main event with me, the Queen Bee, Jackie up. Heard exclusively on Push Gap Radio. Giving you true scoops.
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. We had a question of the day. And was so caught up in Trump, I didn't get to the question of the day. Question of the day is, could you date someone who had different political opinions than your own? I'll go ahead and take this. 4 years, 5, 6 years ago, wouldn't matter. But today, yeah. If you're a Trump supporter, you're an idiot. And no, I could not date you. Could you date someone that was a...
You can't call people idiots.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever word I can use, that's what you are. That's what you are. I'm sorry. I'm not politically correct around here. I don't know. But could you date... Whatever the word is, insert your own word. If you voted for Trump, you're either wealthy or you're a racist. But if you voted for Trump, you're a blah, as they did on the Flintstones. Could you date someone that had a different political opinion than yours?
In this day and time,
yes.
It would depend on the difference. If I had a Kanye that was a Trump supporter, no, we would have issues because, again, for me, At this point, and especially from seeing him on numerous occasions prove that he's racist.
Yes.
No, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I couldn't either. Now, had it been again years ago, it wouldn't have mattered. Because when you're voting, you're just voting for which, I don't know, slave master to have. The one that's overbearing and dominant, which is the Republicans, or the ones that are subtle and undercover like the Democrats.
I generally, as a whole, normally up until this time around,
yes,
I don't really talk politics with people or religion, because those are two of the things
that's true. That's
you know, people's opinions or people's views and values,
of course,
are so vastly different.
Don't discuss that in polite company.
And it's not necessarily that anybody's right or wrong.
Right.
Because everybody's entitled to their own.
And they feel just as strongly about their opinion as you feel about yours. You voted for Trump. You are. Did you know the space between your eyebrows is called a glabella? The way it smells.
Some people don't have a space between their eyebrows.
Anthony Davis plays for the LA Lakers.
Really?
Has a unibrow.
Yep.
Yep. The way it smells after the rain is called petrichor. The rumbling of stomach is actually called a womble. The cry of a newborn baby is called a vagitus. The sheen or the light that you see when you close your eyes and press your hands on your eyes is called phosphonis. The day after tomorrow is called overmorrow. And I just asked you this before we came on. How long is a fortnight?
Tell me. You gonna tell me?
Shut up, Jackie. You just I just asked you to tell me what it was.
This thing right here with your eyes were the stars. I see stars.
Yeah. And the name of that is called, what did I say?
Wasn't stars.
Yeah, no, I ain't say stars. Phosphines. Some such. Look it up.
You didn't. That's not what you said a minute ago. We're gonna come back to it. You're gonna say something different?
We'll come back to it. No, a fortnight is 2 weeks. The tiny toe or finger is called minimus.
The who?
Minimus.
No,
the tiny toe, the pinky toe or the pinky finger.
Okay.
When you combine an exclamation point with a question mark, it is referred to as an interrobang. That's
used
weird.
One of those tonight. An interrobang I use.
The space between your nostrils is called a columella nasi. The armhole in clothes where the sleeves are sewn in is called armscye. SCYE. ARMSCYE. Hey, I'm trying to make it do it. The dot over the I or a J is called a tittle, but you probably knew that. What are you laughing at? I'm trying to entertain here. Are you not entertained?
It's like you're a glutton for punishment.
No.
You chose this article with all of these big terms on here.
No, they're just interesting
that you
to me.
cannot pronounce.
I know this one. The na na na. The na 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 and la la la, which doesn't really have any meaning in the lyrics of any song, are called vocables, like Lunchables.
Oh, you can pronounce 1 out of 20 terms.
I had to prove you wrong.
Wow.
I had to prove you wrong. But, yeah. Trump ain't got no damn corona.
Tell us more. What else?
No, ain't nothing else, man. See, I don't like talking to you, Jack. You know, you always be walking over my
It probably
damn
didn't
set.
say not a one of them right.
It did. I'm gonna send it to you.
Where is Google Translate
Yes,
when you
did.
need it? Mm-hmm.
Don't forget them stimulus checks, mine. Do something with your money, mine. Try to build something for yourself and your family. You know, it's going to be a different world. They're thinking about shutting it down again. Other countries are shutting it down. What are we doing? Now Trump has coronavirus. So will the Republicans now wear a mask? Is this your king? He has the COVID. So it was supposed to just went away, right? But he has it. So now are we wearing masks or no? Are we still on the fence about this? Trump is going to miraculously, like Lazarus, rise up and gonna have all y'all pumping that Joe Louis in your veins, Mom.
Now, some people, though, are being just cruel. Some people or flat out saying that they hope that he die and that kind of stuff. That's not.
I don't wish that.
That's not right.
But it's very ironic for the way you talked about it. For you to have it, it's very ironic.
Yeah, Twitter also, what they're doing is for those that are posting on their little Twitter accounts that they are wanting the man to die.
Yeah,
they're shutting their accounts and things down too. So, but yeah, that's kind of that. Makes people not too much better than he is.
Well, look, you should have said up front about the mask. It was something so simple, but your ego, Trump. I hope you don't have it. I don't think you do.
You know how to I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know,
please. You know how the old folk used to say,
right.
You don't believe fat meat grease.
Don't believe fat meat grease.
Or a head make a soft ass is what it is. And then that's what it did. Karma turned around and bit him in the butt.
Now, here's what they say about the October surprise, all right? An October surprise is something that pops up right before the election. I.e. Hillary Clinton with the emails and the Benghazi thing, all right? Normally, something when a presidential candidate or whoever is trying to win an election, come October, right before election, they're going to pop up with something big. Trump came up with coronavirus. You really think Trump got coronavirus? Really? Mm-hmm. Then he went and got in his car and rode around just to wave at people. The doctor just told you it was stupid and insane. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And the guy just doesn't care. He's endangered people's lives. He's endangered the country. Go vote if you want to. ADOS is voting down ballot. There's no black agenda. There's no black votes. You ain't trying to get me my reparations, fam. Then there's nothing in it for you either. Vote for everybody else down the ticket. Do not vote for either president. That way we showed up, we voted, came out with our numbers, mine. But we didn't vote for either one of them. Nothing for me, ain't nothing in it for you. Everybody else on there is closer to your dinner table. The lower you go down on the deal.
And just real quick for yourselves, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Please, male and female, check yourselves. Go get yourselves checked.
That's what that is, mine. But yeah, Trump and the rest of these people, you're just spreading it through the highest levels of the government. If anybody wanted to attack this country right now would be the perfect time. That's coming from a military mind. I'm not at a level of no general or no colonel. I was a foot soldier. But by the same token, you take down a country when they're at their weakest. Our leader is at his weakest. This country is at its weakest, man.
That's the reason why they had him walk out of the White House rather than them to will him out.
Yeah.
Because if they had willed him out in a on a gurney, the president of the United States, that would have been horrible as far as, because as it is, the day after he was hospitalized, the stock went down tremendously.
It did.
It would have really plummeted if he had been carried out on a gurney.
Thank you for making it to the end of the show. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you for spending a part of your day with us. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you for being a loyal fan and listener. Thank you. Because a lot of people ain't on board yet. Catch me and Jackie O on our way up, fam. Jackie O, my sugar bear.
Y'all, thank you, like my husband said, for tuning in week after week. We really do appreciate it. But listen to us on KYBNradio.com
and on KYBN 98.1 FM if you live in the Mountain View, California area.
Yes, and that's every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then you can hear us on demand at your convenience at PushGapRadios with an S.com.
That's what that is. Shaka Ford won in the main event with Jackie O. Banging and singing the game. If me and Jackie O both had coronavirus, I would definitely be always giving you an update on Jackie O. But you see how Trump treats his wife. So, you know, he probably done forgot all about her. Banging and staying in the game. Catch us. You can go to whatever platform you're listening to us on. You can always go to our website at www.pushgapradios, that's plural, PushGapRadio.com. You can either click to hear the audio if you're driving or cleaning up or walking around, or if you're bored and on lockdown from coronavirus, you can watch us on the making of PushGapRadios.com. Just click on either link. Banging this thing in the freaking game. Now you know what we know. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadios.com, the power is in the name.
Beat yourself up.
Yeah, that Nat 9 running around here. All these hot
making you slap yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. Ooh, them hot ass lights. PushGapRadios.com.
Dallas, baby. And we're out.
See you next week.
What it do? This your boy, Bing, 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 Ricochet Rabbit from Shackle 4-1 in the main event. We bridging the gap between old and new radio. You better recognize.
Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadio.com, the power is in the name.
This is Carol J., the Roadrunner on the Shackleford One and the Main Event Show, exclusively on PushGapRadio.com. For all the latest and hottest information on what's happening in Dallas-Fort Worth, PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. Extraordinary urban entertainment. I wish we were still pushing the hip-hop from back in the Gap, man.
PushGapRadio.com. Hey, don't keep us a secret.